look outside, which I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But for anything to work in here after that, you need to press the master button, which is this control panel here. So it was already on, so master on. Okay, now I'll be able to, if this light symbol here, so lights on, and then you know I can switch all the lights on, and there's little on the reading lights. If you press the little button there, you've got lights on there as well. And you've got spotlights at the front there, so you can set it up to however you like. Okay, but that master button does need to be on for the lights and things to work. So that's the main light button there. If I press that now, it'll turn everything off. Okay. The other light symbol below it is the basically there's a light above the door here.
Okay.
So if you need to go out in the evening, you can put the light on, which is that one there. This one here is the water pump. Okay. So if you want to do washing up, or if you want to have a shower, or even if you want to use a toilet flush, you need to put the pump on. Okay.
Okay.
If that comes up, pump running, and that little message there, just press the back button. Okay, and then it clears it.
Okay.
So yeah, just make sure before you go to toilet, turn the pump on, and before you wash up, before you have a shower, turn the pump on.
Okay.
But we do advise to turn it off when you're not using it, because it's a pressurized pump. So yeah, if it's on all the time, it's not good for it. So just turn it off when you're not using water. So I'll do that now. Pump off. So when do you get to the campsite?
Today only.
Today. So you'll have electric hookup today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're staying there the whole time?
Yeah.
Or-
We'll be
we'll
stay
stay
there
there
for 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you're fine.
Should
You're
last.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got a spare gas bottle, okay, and you want to only use minimal gas because you're going to be running everything off electric hookup in the car
Okay.
anyway. So you'll be absolutely fine. You've got plenty of power.
That's great.
So the only other thing you have to use on this panel, if you scroll through on here, so you've got the water level, which is your fresh water tank. Okay,
Okay.
so it's full up at the moment. It's only showing 95% because we're on a bit of a slump. And then you've got the, I've gone past it the other way, sorry. You've got the waste level water, which is it's called the grey waste water.
Yeah.
So basically all the water from the sink and shower goes into a grey waste tank. Okay, so when you run out of fresh water, the grey waste tank's going to be full up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you'll have to do on the campsite is they have service bays you drive into, where you can reverse into it and then empty the grey waste down into the drain.
Okay.
Okay, the toilet waste is totally separate. That's in a little cassette, which I'll show you how to do that outside as
Okay.
well.
So we need to do like after 1 day, or like how?
So that's how you use, like you're not using it. It will be
Yeah,
empty.
it depends, like how long you're in the shower and how much you're washing up.
Okay.
And then the toilet wise is, if
So like mostly on facility there is everything. So might be we don't
Because
need to
you
use
know, last time we had the caravan, right? So I think we stayed there 3 days.
So
So
that was different.
That was static caravan.
It's not
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if a lot of people when they go to campsites, a lot of people use the facilities on site, so they have like shower blocks and toilets. So if people are doing that, then you won't have to top up with water properly even once whilst you're away, because you're only going for a couple of days. But yeah, it just all depends.
okay.
So you might get 1 or 2 days, you might get 3 or 4 days
Yeah.
out of the water. Okay.
Yeah.
If you do need to top up with water at any point, I'll show you how to do it outside. You don't have to press anything on this panel. Okay. A lot of people get confused and think they have to press this fill tank option.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that option at all. Don't go pressing that one. Okay, that's only if you're in the middle of a field and you're trying to siphon water out of a barrel.
Okay.
Like like if you go to festivals and things where you haven't got a tap. So don't use that option. All you have to do is go outside, plug the hose in to fill up the water, and then you just scroll down to the fresh water level again, and then just keep an eye on the percentage as it goes up.
Okay.
Okay, does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions?
No.
No. Okay. So that's that.
Okay.
Now behind you the fridge freezer. Okay. So there's a couple of different options on this power-wise, what to run it off, okay? So if I press and hold the white square until the panel flashes, okay? So you've got the gas option there, you've got automatic, you've got the plug symbol, which is electric hookup, and you've got the leisure batteries.
We have 4 modes, I think.
Pardon?
4 modes, right?
Yeah, 4 different options there.
Okay.
So the automatic setting, we don't tend to use it on at all, and as well as the leisure batteries, we don't tend to use it on at all. The reason being is because if it automatically decides to run off the leisure batteries, this is so powerful that it can drain the batteries really quickly.
Yeah.
So we only use it on hookup, okay, and the gas.
Okay.
So when you get to the campsite and you plug into electric, you put it on the hookup option, which is the little plug symbol, and then whilst you're driving, or if, say you take the motorhome out to the beach for the day, you can put it on the gas. Okay. So at the moment, so press and hold the white square. So it's on the gas at the moment, but I'll just show you how to change it over. So if we wanted to put on hookup, so we just got to the campsite and plugged in, go to the little plug symbol, press the square once to select it, then it jumps over to the temperature of the fridge. Just keep it on the 4th setting, press it once, and now a flash, and in a moment it go blank, and when it goes blank it's on.
Okay.
However, we're not hooked up at the moment, so it's not going to go blank. Okay, so if I put it back onto the gas, so now you're driving off somewhere, you need to keep the food cold, so press and hold the square and then scroll through to the gas option, press it once again. Because we're connected to the gas, in a moment you can hear it kick in, and in a moment it'll go blank. Okay, when it all goes blank and the little, like it just did then, the little blue light is on there, it means it's running. Okay, if for whatever reason all these symbols here are flashing at you at the same time, it means that maybe you're on gas and the gas has run out, or you're on the hookup option and you've taken the hookup cable out.
Okay.
It's just warning you need to change it over. Okay,
All right.
any questions on that?
No.
No? Okay.
Majorly we will use on gas.
No, we'll
No,
hook up
we'll-
electric because we have electricity there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So only on driving we will use it.
otherwise you're
Like parking
Using
and
a
all.
gas
Whenever
range.
we are parking, then we will use gas.
yeah, if you're parked
Okay.
up somewhere, you know, without hookup, still keep it on gas. It's only when you've got to the campsite and you've got hookup available, you might as well run it on the hookup, because then it's not using the gas up. Okay.
Yeah.
Cupboard space up here. There's a fire extinguisher and fire blanket there. Underneath here is an emergency box,
Okay.
first aid kit, breakdown kit, high vis jackets, there's spare fuses,
Okay.
everything's in there. Okay. Also, if you do happen to get a puncture, there's a puncture repair kit in here.
Okay.
So it fills up the tyre to get you a certain amount of miles to get it changed over. Okay. So there's a couple more controls either side here. So this one here controls the table.
Okay.
So it's an electric table. It goes up and down. I'll just show you how to manoeuvre it. So there's a little pulley lever here. So that pulls in, and then you can move the table around that way. You can pull this out. Do make sure this is out if you've got this unfolded, and that leans on there. It does go higher as well. Okay. If you just wanted to keep it, you know, like that, you can do. You can fold it out this way. It's, you know, totally your preference. But it does have to be all the way down whilst travelling for safety. So just make sure that there's enough clearance for it to go back down. I'll put it all the way down for you now so it's done. So yeah, it's just a little black rocker switch that does the table. It's like
That's great.
okay.
Yeah.
Now to control either beds, either end, so you have to select which one you're gonna bring down. So say for example, if we wanted to bring down the rear bed, you would select rear, and you'll see the green flashing. Once it's flashing, then you can press and hold and bring it down.
Okay.
So I'll just show you on here so you can see with the camera. So if I wanted to bring the front one down, switch it to front, you'll see it flash green. After it stops flashing, you can then press and hold and bring it down. So if you guys want to shimmy this way with it, and then press and hold it, and it comes down. Now you do have to make sure that both these seats, there's enough clearance. Obviously these do come back quite far, so just make sure they're out of the way.
Both should be forward.
If you want it all the way down to here, obviously make sure the table's down, and you have to remove the little corner cushions out, and then it will all come all the way down to there. Okay. This end, it does clear the back cushions, so the back cushions can stay in place. Okay, and then it's easy to get in and out if it's all the way down. Okay. You just press and hold it to take it back up.
Is it enough strong to hold two people?
Yeah. I mean, you can have it as up here. There's ladders in the garage. So if you wanted it like this height, the ladders just clip onto here and you can climb in. But yeah, no,
And we will get any kind of like duet
Bedding?
or something.
Bedding?
sorry.
Mattress. Oh, sorry.
Duet. Bring your own bedding. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realise there was 4 of you, so I've only put a bottom sheet on there. But I'll bring the bedding out and I'll put one on
That
the
I
top
can
for you
see.
as well. But people just bring their own pillows and duvets.
Okay. So I will bring.
And just make sure it's fully up before we drive off anywhere.
Okay.
So that's everything there. Now the hot water and heating panel, which is the little black panel there. So I will
Yeah, you can come.
with you. Put some lights on so it's a bit brighter. So this one here is the hot water and heating. Okay. So if you want hot water and heating, you press it once to wake it up. Okay. Now you'll see it's flashing. Now it flashes on whatever one you want to go into. So if I scroll through, that one will flash, you know. So if I wanted to turn the heating on, which is this one here, so make sure it's flashing at you. Press it once. So you see it's off at the moment. All you do is scroll through, and you know, say we wanted it on 25. Press it once to select it. Now I've selected the heating, the power sources come up and the fan controls come up. It's a blow air heating system, okay? So it's just like the fridge freezer where you have to select the power source, okay? So once I've done that, scroll through to the power source, which is a little gas bottle and electric. Press it once. So if you're not on hookup and you want heating and hot water, you'll have to, only option is to run it off the gas.
Okay.
But when you're on a campsite and you have got hookup, you scroll through. Oh, timed out on me. Scroll through. Don't use it on mix 1 or mix 2. You've got electric 1 and electric 2, which is for hookup. I'd advise using it on electric 2, which is full power. The only reason you'd have to drop it down to electric 1 is if your power supply on site is not that great. Because you might have, say, the heating going, hot water going, you might have phones charging, hairdryer going, what have you, and it might be like a power overload. And it might, on the posts where you plug in outside on the campsite, there's a little trip switch. And sometimes if the power's too much, it will trip the switch and cut everything out. If that happens, drop it down to half power, which is electric 1. Okay? It's very common for that to happen. It just all depends on the campsite, what their power supplies are like. So if all of a sudden you know your plug sockets aren't working and everything's cut out, it might be that the trip switch is gone. You just flick it back up, and then maybe just drop the heating and the hot water down to electric 1, which is half power. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So say I wanted it on electric 1, just press it once to select it, and now it's come up with the half power electric 1 at the top there. Now this warning sign has come up because we're not on electric. It's just telling me you're not actually plugged in. So if I change it over to gas, that warning sign will go. So press gas. In a minute it'll kick in and that will clear. See? Yeah?
Okay.
That's connected to the gas. Now the little fan control on the end here, so scroll through again so it flashes. Press it once. that just controls how quickly the air is blown out the vents. You see all the little black vents dotted around the bottom?
Yeah.
Just make sure there's a little swivel thing inside. Just make sure that's open so the hot air is being blown through. But you've either got eco or high. So it's timed out on me again because I'm talking. So go through to the fan, press it once. You've got eco or high. You might want to put it on high first. That will get the motorhome warm really quickly. And you might find it be too much. It does get really hot. It's a really good system. So you might want to put that on first to get it warm and then drop it down to eco.
Okay.
If you wanted the heating on overnight, you can do. I just recommend putting it on eco
Okay.
so it doesn't get too hot. Okay. Any questions on that?
No.
Yeah?
No.
All happy with that?
Yes.
So if I wanted to turn the hot water on, it's this little symbol here. So scroll through to that one till it flashes. Press it once. It's off at the moment. And then you've got eco, hot or boost. Now we only really use it on hot. You don't need to put it on boost. And eco is only if you sort of haven't got a hookup and you're trying to, you know, save the batteries. Yeah. So I would just advise using it on hot when you're on electric. Yeah. So if I selected hot, press it once, and now that it's come up here to say it's on hot. Yeah, so whatever you select in each one, it will come up at the top to tell you what you've selected.
Okay.
So I've got the heating on, I've got the hot water on hot, I've got the power source on gas, and I've got the fan control
yeah.
on eco. Okay?
Yeah.
And then if I want to turn things off individually, you do exactly the same thing. You just go into each setting, so the hot water, heating, press it once, turn it to off. Now it's disappeared at the top along with the fan control, and then go to the hot water, press it once, turn it to off, and now everything's disappeared at the top, so everything's off. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cooker. You've got 3 gas, okay, so the gas will work all the time whether you're on hookup or not, but this back one here is electric, so that one will only work when you're on hookup, okay. The grill is gas. I have put tea towels in here just because it's very rattly whilst driving, so it just minimises the trays rattling around. The same with this here, I just put those there because of the glass, obviously on the bumpy roads. It just minimises the noise a little bit. So just remember to take those tea towels out if you're lighting the grill. And you've got the oven there that's gas as well. Now the ignition button's here, and that will do the hob, the grill and the oven. You just got to, you know, pick which one you're going to turn on.
So like after pressing this, we have to turn that on, huh?
Yeah, so yeah, you twist it and turn it on. Okay, that's the grill, so you do exactly the same for that. That's the oven. The only one you don't have to do that one is for the electric.
So while driving, we can't use this, right?
No.
Should be risky.
Yeah,
so
safety reasons.
Okay. So at that time, the whole gas connection will be switched off, or like the gas will be on?
The gas can stay on from the fridge freezer.
Oh, okay.
The fridge freezer is the only thing that will work whilst driving.
Mm.
As soon as you turn the engine on, all of this will all cut out.
Okay.
Yeah. And you do have, obviously, the passengers have to be seated in the back. We've got hidden seat belts either side.
Okay.
But you're all travelling together? Or
Yes.
taking
Yeah.
it? You
Together.
are, yeah. So I'll show you how to put those up in a second. We've got cutlery in there. Underneath here you've got bowls, cooking utensils, there's frying pans and things in there. The kettle just goes on the hob, okay, and it's the one that whistles when it's done. It's a proper old school camping kettle.
Okay.
And that just goes onto there. Up here you have got tea, coffee, sugar, there's plates and cups and things up there, and you've got more cupboard space in there for food. Do you think you'll be watching TV at all?
No, I don't.
Not really, because we are going to enjoy the weather.
Trying to get away from that, yeah, I don't blame you. Do you want me to show you anyway, or? Yeah, so yeah. So there's a little, it's like a little coin almost. You push that to the left, okay, and then that will release the TV. If you want to twist it round facing that way, if you're sitting that end, just pull this little lever down, and then it'll twist round that way. Okay. sometimes these do come out, so just make sure they're pushed in properly. It's just
Okay.
when it's in and out, sometimes the cables come out. It has got a DVD player if you've got DVDs, which is this side. There is USB points on top if you want to play something for your phones, and there is a HDMI point on that side as well. Now the TV remote lives in this cubby hole here.
Okay.
Okay. Reason being it lives up there is because we used to put the TV remote in here with it, but in our other one that's the same as this, it came out and fell down and
Got
cracked the worktop.
Yeah, yeah.
So we just put it up there.
Yeah, that is the safe place.
Yeah, safe place, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got more kitchen space there.
And how it will go down?
There's little buttons underneath on the end of the brackets. So push the buttons in and it releases down. Now this has Freeview channels, so depending on where you are, it might pick up signal straight away or it might not. If it doesn't, you press and hold the AQT button
Okay.
on the middle there, and that will do like a retune. It'll search channels again. Okay, failing that, if that doesn't work, behind you in the cupboard, there's a TV aerial that sits on top of the motorhome, and you can unscrew this cap and you can push it up higher,
Okay.
so you might get better signal. So I'll just undo this so you can see. It's a little cap. You
Okay.
unscrew it and that drops down,
Oh, yeah.
and then this whole pole you can push up higher.
Okay.
Just have to remember to bring it back down before travelling.
Okay.
Because it would be like 2 foot higher on top of the motorhome. If you want to have a little look under there, you'll see what I mean.
Okay, this stick, right?
Yeah, so you push the whole pole up and it'll go up higher.
Okay, I have to push it down? Like,
No.
If you push it
First
okay.
up
it's in the
and
down
then
position at the moment.
bring it
No,
down.
it's-
You see it goes a lot higher.
Yeah.
Just make
No,
sure
it's
it's
down.
down.
yeah.
Then you can twist it round, and the little handle on the bottom, if you twist that round, it does the
Okay.
tilt of the. So you might find on the campsites that people have got their aerials facing a certain way to get
Yeah.
signal. So it's always an option if you don't get the signal
Okay.
straight away. But yeah, just remember before going off anywhere to bring it back down. Put the screw back up.
This setup is only for Chitraksh.
There's cupboard space in here, okay,
Yeah.
and also cupboard space that side as well.
Yeah.
Now this side, you do have to be careful. This door, okay, is the garage door for underneath here. So if that's open, if it's raining outside, if you've got clothes and whatnot in here, they're going to get wet. So
Okay.
make sure that outside door is
It should be
shut
closed. Yeah.
if it's raining, okay.
Yeah, sure.
All the windows, I've got fly nets
Okay.
and blackout blinds.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can totally black it out before we go
Okay.
to bed for privacy. And they're all of them skylights as well, the blinds
Okay.
that come across. Okay.
Yeah.
And the storage underneath here, you can lift it up or you can access it through there.
Okay.
It's quite handy to put if you've got drinks, bottled water, or stuff to store away. We do say try not to leave anything loose in here whilst travelling.
Okay.
Because if you have to sort of heavy brake, everything's just going to come off the cushions and fly forward. So just make sure everything's secure.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go that end, I'll show you the toilet.
Yeah.
So it's like an all-in-one. I'll stand in here. Oh, it is sort of like within the toilet. So if you do want to have a shower in here, you must make sure the curtains pulled all the way around.
Okay.
Because then it protects all the wood, the
Okay.
worktop from
Okay.
getting wet. I mean, it is quite a small shower in this one, so it's a bit tight. So, you may well want to use the facility shower blocks on site. It's up to you, whatever's easiest. So yeah, just make sure that's pulled around before having a shower.
It should be covered.
Yeah. Toilet. I don't know if you've used these type of toilets anywhere before.
No.
No. So the toilet cassette is underneath. Okay. So before you go to toilet, you need to go on the control panel and turn the pump on.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that I remember.
And then undo the lever. Obviously, go to toilet, and then this is your flush button.
Okay.
Okay. So the pump's
Pump
not
is
turned
off,
on at the
that's
moment. Yeah, so it's not
Okay.
going to come out. So just make sure that pump's turned on, and then your flush will come out, and then you just do it back up.
Okay.
Okay. Now the way
So
you
this is for like controlling the smell bad out or that's why.
so the blue loo,
Okay.
what we're going to put in now, that will try and minimise the
Okay.
the horribleness.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is open it up. So you only have to put this in when you go and empty the cassette, and then the cassette comes back in. So obviously it's empty at the moment. So all you have to do is pour a couple of dashes in, and then that does until the next time you empty it.
Okay.
Can you just put the pump on for me, and I'll just flush that into the. Also, just turn the tap symbol. That's it. Yeah. Just flush that in a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do this every time you go to toilet.
Yeah.
It's only when you empty the cassette. Once you put the empty cassette back in, you come in here and pour a couple of dashes of that into there. But just make sure after you've been to toilet that
It should
door
be
is shut. Okay. Otherwise the smell is gonna
Okay.
come through.
okay.
Okay. The little red light will come on here.
Okay. Okay.
So if you are coming in and out of the toilet, just keep an eye that that red light's not on.
Okay.
Otherwise it's going to overflow when you
Okay.
pull it out. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Underneath there as well, there's a little pushy thing that opens all the cupboards on the back there. Okay. Your clothes are going to get wet if it's raining. So you've got 4 camping chairs underneath there.
Okay.
There's a big floor mat, this one here, that can go sort of in front of the door. You know, you can put your shoes on it for you go in and out. There's a camping table there. There's ladders there for the bed. If you're having the bed higher,
Yeah, got
you
it.
can get in and out of bed. If not, just put the bed all the way down. That's the electric hookup cable.
Okay.
So when you get to the campsite, little cap that goes into there, and then obviously that one goes straight onto your. There'll be a post where you plug into on site. Okay. And then there's a little lever here.
Okay.
Make sure that push down, and then it'll come out.
Okay.
If you need to top up the water, so if you scroll through on the freshwater panel and it's getting a bit low, you need to top up. This is the freshwater tank here, okay? So that plugs into there. That goes onto your tap on site. Turn the hose on, tap on, sorry. That will automatically start filling up. This does tend to kink like that when pressurised, so just make sure it's all sort of straight, and it tends to do it right there. So you might think you're filling up, but you're not. So just make sure it's all,
It should be
kinks in
straight.
it.
Yeah.
So whilst you're filling this up, just make sure you keep an eye on that water level above the door, because it hasn't got an automatic cut-off point.
Okay.
So it will overflow. There is an overflow pipe.
Okay.
But sometimes it knocks the sensors out if you overflow it. So just make sure, get to about 95%, and then come outside and just either turn the tap off or take that out. Okay. Underneath here, so once you run out of fresh water, like I said earlier, the grey waste water is going to be full up with it's just soapy, dirty water basically. So it's actually open at the moment. It's empty, obviously. You just push it, that's closed, and you just pull it to release it.
So it will drain on that place, or like there is some pipe to.
So you have to, no, it's right in the middle, so there's no pipe
Oh, okay.
that you can put to a drain, but they have service bays you can drive into to let this out.
Got it.
You just drive in the middle and they'll have a drain in the middle. and just push it closed. Your campsite stink compartments. So this is the toilet cassette. So that lifts up and over, and then that will come out. Now, if you find that it's sort of jammed and it's not coming out, it might be that that lever underneath the toilet inside is open.
Okay.
That has to be closed because it all interlinks with each other when you put it in. So make sure that's shut, and then little handle wheels.
Okay.
And then that just swivels round. You undo the cap there, and then you tip it upside down. And around the campsite, they have chemical waste areas that you can put this down.
Okay.
Okay.
Better is the one like
Yeah, actually. And then it just pushes back in. Make sure that's
Try for the time.
up and over, and then that's when you go inside.
Okay.
And you pour 2 dashes of the blue loo into the toilet.
Okay.
Okay. You'll see on a film.
Yeah,
So that
I got it.
pops up, and you have to twist it in to lock it into place.
Okay.
And then comes out. Now, if it's windy weather, please don't have it out because that one gust of wind,
Okay.
you know, they do get damaged easily. So there's legs built in either end. So these legs here, they're sort of slotted in the bracket. If you click them to the right, it comes down, and do that. That flat. And then there's some pegs in that bucket, and you must make sure it's pegged to the ground, okay? If you're on a concrete pitch and you've got nothing to peg into, you won't be able to have this out, okay? And then you just put
I don't think we're going to use it.
I mean, it is handy. I mean, even in this weather, if it's raining and you still want to be in and out, you can still like have your chairs set up outside. But you know, it's weather dependent. And then you have to make sure that goes back flush with the canopy. And that's the bracket to put in. Okay, they must be in place. Otherwise, I mean, it will go away if it's not clipped in, but when you put it back out, they'll fall down and hit you in the face. So just make sure they are clipped in with the bracket. Just make sure it's tight, and then you have to push it up, twist it, and it'll release.
Okay. Thank you.
Diesel cap there, okay? So it's just a push-in one, okay? Normal diesel, it's full at the moment, so we ask that it's brought back full. The AdBlue, you don't have to worry about, which is that one there. That's all topped up already, okay?
The screen push.
Okay.
That's the wash, right?
No, the AdBlue goes into the engine. It's like an emission, makes the emissions cleaner.
Okay.
So yeah, that's totally separate from the wing screen wash. But you don't have to worry about that, okay? This is first.
45 मिनट उन्होंने पहले बोला था हाँ ये
Back seat.
extra people
So the 2 smaller cushions
Okay.
on this side you want to keep for the seat. Okay, the bigger ones we'll get rid of. So this little thing here, you twist that like towards yourself, and then
Okay.
you'll be able to pull
Passenger
the
seat.
seat belt up, yeah. And then the one with the, it's got like wood on the bottom, that sits on there. Oh, other way around. And then unclip seat belt, that comes back. And then the one with the strap on the back,
Okay. This will go back.
that goes on there. And you have to put it inside seat belt. And then that comes around the back and does up. And then put the seat belt
Okay.
over the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then one of these can go behind there. A couple of these squeeze under there.
that's fine make it like it was we're not going to use this
Oh, you're not? Are you going to use?
Seatbelt,
No,
we have to use.
that you know, this
We will be
sofa
using
set
this
is like it's more comfortable than this one.
No, but
Seatbelt.
while driving, we'll...
So you have to get in and out. Just undo that bracket, that side's back,
Okay.
and clips in there, and then you can. It's easy to get in and out.
Okay.
So if we swap, and I'll do
Now
that-
it's become business class.
Yeah, yeah.
Cabinet.
So if you come this way, I'll do
Yeah,
that
sure.
one for you as well. So if you get rid of those on the back there somewhere. And those as well. So this one I'm going to keep. And these ones. Go at the back there. Sorry, thank you. And it's exactly the same. I'm going to push it that way. That comes up. Okay. You do have to push the headrest up,
Okay.
and then again make sure the seat belt's on. Then again the one with the wood put on the bottom, and then the one with the strap goes on the back. And then again make sure that goes underneath. That's tight. And then this one folds out the other way. And undo that bit. There's a little magnet there and it clicks onto there.
Okay.
And there's your second seat.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
That's okay. If anything trips out fuse-wise in here, or trip switches, the fuse box is just under there.
Okay.
If you have a look, you'll just see all the fuses. Trip switches.
Yeah, I can see.
So the trip switches should be all in the up position.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. You've got a big bottle connected. So you've got a 13 kg bottle at the back. I doubt it you're going to run out, but I'll just show you just in case. So just unstrap the bottles. Have you done these connections before?
No.
No? So you see you've got open and close on top there.
Okay.
Okay, so make sure you close it off first. You must close it off before disconnecting it. Okay, and then I don't know if you can see at the very back on this one, it's got like a bolt there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've got the spanner there that undoes that bolt.
Yep.
It's the opposite way
Yeah.
to open and close on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Okay.
And then you swap them over. You can reconnect it into this one. Do the bolt up with the spanner. Once you've done it up tight, you can then open it up on top. And like I said, that's a full bottle, so very unlikely you're going to go through. Especially because you'll be on hookup.
So like when we will return you, we have to fold that cylinder again, or like
No,
do it
no,
take
no.
time?
The gas you don't have to, no.
And I think we don't have. I mean, yeah, I have drive once. That was like van.
Yeah.
That's 9 or 10 people in van, but
Okay, so the only
That's like
thing
a
I would
minibus.
advise driving this, the habitation area, so the back area, is a lot wider than the cab. So when you're in the cab, just remember you've got this bit wider. And the way you can gauge it is by wing mirrors.
Okay.
That is actually the widest point of the vehicle.
okay.
Okay. If you turn tightly, the back end will swing out.
Okay.
Because obviously you've got the overhang on the back. So, you know, if you were parked up here and turned tightly, straight away, the back end's going to hit the fence. So you have to take things easy,
Okay.
straight out, and then sort of pull around. But just keep an eye on your ring mirrors, you'll be fine. Just take it easy, you're on holiday.
Yeah, we will go by very limited speed only. So
Yeah, that's everything. I'll just go and grab your paperwork. Did you do the driving licence check and the deposit?